What's going on, traders? What's going on? Welcome back to another live stream. If you are new, my name is Zach. This is Real Deal Futures. I'm on the charts. Before we hop onto the charts, make sure you read what's on the screen. Trading's risky. Most traders do lose money. I'm not a financial advisor. I do not provide financial advice. Nothing I say or do is a suggestion or recommendation to do anything at all. Make sure you do your own research, make your own trading decisions. Read CFTC Rule 4.41 on simulated trading, which is what you will see today, which is what this is, even in funded prop firm accounts, and the affiliate and partnership disclaimer that says I stand to make money from links and codes in my content, like Top 1 Futures, code RDF, Bookmap, and others. What's going on, chat? Now we can get back over to ES here. Taking a look at what we got going on. Interesting open so far. Interesting overnight session and interesting open. Good morning. Welcome to the show. Good morning, Wolf. Good morning, Alan. Good morning, King FEF. Andrew Bags. Andrew, Magic, JB, Matthew, Wolf, Rhombus, Dwayne, Tommy, Rhombus again, Daily Tail. What's going on? Good morning. Good morning. First order of business. I have to follow up with everybody that won yesterday and this week. Morning, iOS fanboy, Jess on Kick. What's going on, guys? Got to follow up with everybody that won giveaways. Been stacking my schedule a little bit heavy, doing multiple streams per day. So, going to try to make sure I get back with everybody today, and I try not to overdo it myself as frequently as I've been doing it. But we are here on the Project X platform. We do not have the 7-pack of straight-to-funded Sim Pro accounts loaded up anymore. Those bit the dust. If you want the full post-mortem, the recap, everything on them, check out the stream from Power Hour yesterday. Showed you guys everything. Showed the P&L calendars, all the stats, all that fun stuff. Talked for a while about what I thought I did well, what I thought I did poorly. If I was going to attack accounts with intraday trailing drawdown again, probably how I would attack them a little bit differently. But feel free to check that out. We are here on a 150K instant funded account from Top 1 Futures, my preferred account type. I've got 3 of these bad boys that I am working on building a dang buffer past the profit target to get myself considered for a live account. That's my game plan. I am just adjusting. I like to do it from the 1-minute chart. I'm just adjusting my prior day's fixed range volume profile before hopping back out to the higher time frame. I have value area high, value area low, and prior day's point of control. I also have my overnight high up here. I got my overnight low all the way down here. Prior day low right in here, right? Coming off of this, actually, right off the top and bottom of this. And then prior week high and low, which are typically, way out here and way down here. Prior week high has just continued to be all-time highs, which is pretty cool. But interesting so far. Interesting open so far. Interesting overnight session. So super duper chop yesterday. Absolutely incredible chop fest that we have. Expanding highs, lows, and then finally made a decision into the afternoon to push all the way back up. Difficult trade, I think, in here. Difficult trade in here. But end of the month, right? We are opening up a fresh month, fresh quarter here. It's October. Going to be seeing what we can do to start this quarter off right, man. Before I even start with the analysis, here's my mindset coming into this. 2 things, right? The fresh start mindset. There's a reason that everybody finds it so easy to get started going to the gym, January 1st, right? It's a clean slate. Doesn't matter what happened before, and you can trick your mind into starting a new habit a lot easier. The same, I think, can be true for a fresh month, a fresh week, a fresh quarter, all of these things. Use it to your advantage. At the same time, move with a sense of urgency. Take this stuff seriously. I asked ChatGPT how many trading days we had left in the year, and its answer was about 52, including, not including holidays, weekends. About 52 days that the stock market is open that we have the ability to trade. Some of those are partial closes. Some of those are trash trading days in between things like Christmas and New Year's, major holidays. we don't have that much time left to close out 2025. You don't have 90 days in the market. You probably got less than 50 good days. Focus up, man. Do the hard work. Do whatever it is that you know you should be doing day in and day out to become a better trader. Do whatever that is. You probably know what it is. You probably know the worst thing that you do every single day. Try to stop doing that. You probably know the best thing that you do. Try to do a little bit more of that. Build off that momentum. As I'm messing with some new headphones here this morning. Now, let's talk about these markets, man. Let's talk about these markets. I'm not even going to go to the daily because it's just a crazy looking wick, crazy wick down. It doesn't really tell the story of when it happened. The 5-minute, we can see what happened, man. Session changeover, closed out. We sold off all damn morning. We sold off right into London. Finally started to bounce back up to VWAP. We've been holding VWAP here, looking at the 15-minute chart. Really through pre-market, we came right back down into it, and we're opening up with a big push to the upside here on ES. Interested to see where we go from this today, right? Let's hop back to that daily. This is kind of setting up like the sellers are struggling to take this thing lower, man. We have multiple chances. We've been breaking lows. Do we just, yesterday looked like it might happen. Do we just sweep and this is going to be a badass long wick to the downside candle or a doji looking like this before we start taking off? I mean, it's looking very strong out of the gate, positive CVD. So, not trying to speculate on too high of a time frame, but taking that into consideration, this is looking really strong this morning, guys. Really damn strong this morning. So I'm interested to see what we get here. Interested to see what we get here. Let's take a look, man. Taking off from VWAP, taking a look at Bookmap here. Taking a look at Bookmap here. Let's see. You guys let me know if you can hear me as well, see me as well clear. I made some adjustments this morning. Make a note right now. Pushing to the upside here on ES. Strong CVD, 3,800, right out of the gate, man. This is it's looking pretty strong. It's looking pretty strong. I don't know about shorts on a day like this. I definitely don't know about shorts on a day like this. Gonna have to see if this continues. If we start to pull back and we really hold cumulative volume delta, maybe we tap back in. I don't know that we get all the way back down around VWAP, but we start to tap back in around value area, prior day value area high, maybe just to the top end of this area consolidation, some of this price action, market structure, right, coming right here into the 15s. That could be a good spot for an aggressive long for a continuation type play. I think shorts are going to be in play pretty soon as we come and sweep overnight high. If you're looking short on this, I don't know, man. This is looking really bullish based on this price action from overnight coming all the way down around yesterday's low, coming right back in. Aggressive movement here off of the open. So not going to do anything too crazy, but just starting to frame the bias, right? Frame some of the trade ideas that might be able to set up. Nothing immediate, nothing too crazy. Couple areas of interest that I'm watching first in between. Above overnight high, I want to see what happens if we come back up all the way towards the 35s. Do we go all the way to prior day high? We start pushing all the way to all-time highs. If we come to the downside, I'm looking into the 15s. Looking into the 15s for a potential really aggressive long. If we held CVD, we had a wick that comes down here, we start to get a rejection and then pop back up. That would get me into a long. Off of this, no long opportunity for me whatsoever. Definitely no long opportunity. But we're fixing to find out, as they say. Appreciate you guys hopping on as always. Hear you guys loud and clear. Cool. We have talking about news. We have 10 a.m. red folder news coming up. 10 a.m. red folder news. We had 8:15 a.m. news. We got 10 a.m. red folder news coming up here. It is ISM manufacturing PMI. That's the big one on the calendar for today. We got some heavy news coming into the latter part of this week as well. We'll have to see how that develops. But 10 a.m. we've kind of had that almost every dang day here, which is not great. Kind of right in the middle of my trading time frame, but we'll see. We'll see how that sets up today. Let's see how this one sets up for us. Appreciate you guys hopping on as always. Thanks for being here. Thank you for hopping on. And Ange, what's going on? Dwayne, what's happening? Mad Boxy, good morning. Guys are looking, some of you looking for a short, some of you looking for a long. 67.37 is the level for gap fill on ES. There you go. There you go. Looking for that to get filled. Let's see. We need a special Trump folder. Yeah, I'd agree with that. Yeah, this is an interesting setup here, guys. This is looking really bullish, really bullish. Now, we could just be going in to, fill that gap out, right? Like some of you are calling, we could just be going into, here's 945, just be going in to go sweep, that overnight high, prior day high, and then flip this bad boy, back down bearish on the day. But so far, this is looking pretty strong. This is looking pretty strong. See what we get out here. Let's see what we get out here. Starting to get some selling pressure coming in here, but yeah, we're gonna run close to this 10 a.m. news here. I wouldn't mind this thing long, man. If we reject and come right back down, and we're gonna get a continuation of this movement, right? We are, we set the frame for a down day. We're just gonna come out, take everybody out that got short on this, take off. Shake out some weak hands and then reverse. It could be a gnarly one, but I don't see that just yet. But good morning. What's going on, y'all? Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Let's see. Watching this on Bookmap. Yeah, we could get a really aggressive turn back down towards VWAP. I was initially looking at these 15s for a potential buy, maybe right down into the top end of this. I think I'm going to be looking more towards this prior day volume point of control down around VWAP, down around the 05s. We got a nice level of liquidity there. It's really where we took off on this. There's a potential that we really aggressively get down there, come back, retest VWAP. But this one is going to be interesting, man. Getting close, interesting because again we're getting close to 10 a.m. news. So, as trades start to set up right ahead of red folder news, you got to make the conscious decision. Do I want to trade right into red folder news? Right? Do I want to have a trade on? Do I think that? Am I comfortable doing that day in and day out? Do I think that this news is going to generate a big reaction? And, or am I comfortable accepting that risk? This one's going to be tough. Yeah, aggressive movement to the downside. Really aggressive movement to the downside. Wow. dang. Yep, coming right back down towards VWAP here. Definitely some sellers in this. Yeah, based on this movement, if you were looking aggressively long, I think right down here as we started to take off around the 705s, but I'm not going to step in front of this. Not going to step in front of this. Not just yet. Let's see, 705s. Man. Sorry, guys, locking in here for a second. We got some buyers stepping right back in here. Oh, man. Right into these 705s. We start to come to the downside. A really aggressive buy. Is not looking too bad from down here. I just don't know if I have the testicular fortitude, which is the nice way to say balls, to take a trade 8 minutes ahead of red folder news after a really aggressive candle like that to the downside. We didn't fill the few hundred that we have at 705. If we get a wick down here, like one more wick down here before we pull back up way too far on this, I may consider it. It's going to be really aggressive. Yeah, man, we just tapped it. What was the low of this? 705 and a quarter. We didn't trade through the few hundred that we have on the book down there. Big prominent stack of orders right at the 705s. I think sellers are gonna take that out. So I don't want to get long ahead of that, especially if we have news. If we take it before news, we trade through this prior day point of control again, this area high volume. We sweep kind of where we took off right here, this really aggressive rejection at 815. That news low, could maybe look for it. Stops all the way down here. But this might be all we get. We might just start to turn right back from here. Could be dead wrong. We could just be coming right through this. This is really aggressive again. I'm pretty unbiased here today. I think this could really move in either direction as of right now. I'm waiting for a little bit more info. I want to see what happens as we come down here. CVD's back to flat. Sitting right at VWAP. Key spot, obviously, to put up a fight. It's where it's one of the reasons I have it on my chart, right? We often find interesting reactions here at volume weighted average price. Standard settings, if you guys want to check that out. I think it's the reason you see it on almost every single trader's chart, right? Whether they're using it exclusively or primarily is out for debate, but it's hard to debate VWAP. Buyers on this bad boy. Yeah, guys, I'm just watching this develop. I'm getting real interested. Trigger fingers ready, but I don't expect this news to be a lot at all. I don't expect this red folder news to be anything major really at all. But I really prefer not to trade into news if I don't have to. I never have to technically, but you know, if I can have an option where I can just wait it out, I prefer not to just get my face ripped off when trades are setting up right into it. Makes it a little bit difficult. Yeah, so here's what I'm looking at on order flow on Bookmap. This was a level that we took off from. We had orders here. We didn't really come through it. We took off like a rocket right off the open. We maintained orders really right into these 705, 704s, and they're still there. We found buyers there. That was a lot of selling pressure. Maybe this acts as support. This just holds. Red folder news in 4 minutes. I think we at least wick down here and take this out. Or we at least try to again. So I'm not looking long. I'm not looking long right off of VWAP, obviously. Otherwise, it'd really be long. I'm not looking long, above this. I want to see what happens. I think we do have a chance to come lower, right? This was really aggressive to the downside. But so far, this is looking like a strong reaction. I think I'm just going to be waiting 4 minutes. Red folder news, let that print. Maybe get involved pretty quickly after that. It's not an FOMC or, unemployment or a major data release. So I'm not completely uncomfortable getting involved quick afterwards, but going to have to see. Anyway, appreciate you guys hopping on. Let's see what you guys got going on in the chat. Volatility's crazy. That's the way I like it. Nice. 81% chance we'll hit. 81% chance ES will hit yesterday, high or low. Yeah. Sure. Is that edgeful stat, Dwayne? NQ will boil your rabbit. Trying to recreate yesterday's magic again. Keep sweeping highs and lows. No, I don't think so. I think we moved today. This looks like that might be all we get right into the 05s. If this news pops us higher, that's going to have been the opportunity. Making my decision to wait patiently on this one. I'm going to trade these accounts even more aggressively than the ones that I were trading. More risk per day, more aggressive, but I still have to have some things that make sense. Oh man, no, I don't even trust this move really, not yet. Let's see. Always have trouble with WAP. It doesn't. Yeah, the person that's asking, Edgeful, cool. Morning, Aaron. Person that's asking about the Discord link, hit me up on any social or email me, support@realdealfutures.com. I'll get you in. I'm gonna wait for the break low of day for next entry. Yeah. Nice. Some of you guys were short. Purple Ninja got short. Hit a TP. Very nice. Waiting on the entry. But yeah, some of you guys waiting for news. Yeah, we're coming into it, guys. 2 minutes to red folder news. Again, this is like, one of the calm red folder news. One of the calm red folder news. Fans what's going on? Is there a giveaway? You're going to have to hang out and wait and see. Going to have to hang out and see. Random days, random times is what we're back to on the live stream. If you want into one, guaranteed, hop in the free Discord. Entry into a badass giveaway this Friday. No purchase necessary. Hop in Discord, all the details in there. Yeah, dude, I think we come right back down through these 705s. I don't want to run it into news, but I think we come right back down through these 705s. Liquidity on the book getting light. 60 seconds before red folder news. Always interesting to watch that on Bookmap. This has stayed there, though. This liquidity stayed there. 725s. Got 126 up here. We got some liquidity right above here as well. Sell side. So let's see. Volatile, though. Volatile off this open, man. This ain't... Market's not sleeping today. Market is definitely not sleeping today. Yeah, so anyway, I was eyeballing some entries there, but here we are, 10 a.m., 30 minutes into the open. Going to get past this news. I'm going to watch what happens and look to potentially get involved pretty quickly. I could be interested in a long if we come down, get through these 705s. I may take something pretty aggressive here, guys. I'm going to try to give it about at least 15 seconds, 30 seconds at the very least, right? Sometimes you get a crazy wick for a few seconds and then it really starts to move. But straight back down on this. Yeah, man, sellers want these orders right down here. That's my thought. Let's see. Bookmap getting dark. Here we go. Is it anything worth writing home about, or is it a bunch of nothing? There we go. 15 seconds in. Holding at VWAP. Not too much there. Very jumpy, but not a lot of movement. Getting a push. Getting a push off of VWAP here. Man, I think we come through these orders to the downside. Let's see. Flat CVD. We held, sorry to get quiet, guys. We held VWAP here. Did not fill these 05s. Decision-making time. We come right back down on this. It's going to look good for a short. I think we do. I'm tempted on a short up here. Call me crazy, but I'm tempted on a short up here. We are holding VWAP, but CVD looking pretty flat here. I'm looking at this all the way back down. I think I'm going to get aggressive on this one.
Order filled.
I'm getting short, guys. Getting short on this one. I'm gonna run a stop up here. CVD is actually still negative as we're pushing to the upside. Big stack of orders. This is gonna be a pretty heavy. Cumulative volume delta trade that I'm looking at. I'm going to give some room to wick above this area. You know, if we just pop right back up to the upside, we hold VWAP, we take off. I think I'm dead wrong. But I'm looking at this thing to turn. If it does turn and fake everybody out holding this VWAP like this, I think we got some aggressive selling pressure that could come in and generate a really nice win. I'm able to take on more risk in these accounts. I'm going to be really aggressive with them. You know, $2,000 plus risk per day, really only giving myself a few DLLs before an account is lost is my game plan with these. I really need to build some aggressive buffer right off the bat, and just being too conservative with them is not going to be my my game plan. Yeah, this could be an area that we test up here. I don't know that I love this first stop, but I don't know how much wider I would really want to go with it. If we don't find sellers right in here, or maybe even just sweeping this high one more time, I'm absolutely dead wrong. If I'm going to be up over overnight high, I really got to give this another couple points. Yeah, that's a really aggressive stop. I don't know about that. I'm short one from 67.15 and a quarter though, guys. Let me just trying to measure out. Do I really want to run something that wide? Not really. Not really. I'm gonna give myself a couple trades on this. I'm gonna go right above overnight high. If I'm yeah, if I'm wrong here, I'm gonna be wrong right in here. We come up through overnight high. We come up through this area again. We sweep high of the session so far. We continue to break out. We trade another 6 points higher than this. Can we absolutely sell off from up here and turn this into a down day? Sure. But my thesis from being short down in here would just be invalidated. So that's going to be my setup. 67.15 and a quarter, stop at 67.35. We'll see if it's just going to be a VWAP hold. I am fighting VWAP on this one, but I'm leaning into CVD. Not aggressively pop into the upside on this. I'm looking for a potential to come back down through this level. We got orders down below. I think if we start to fall, it could be pretty damn aggressive. So that's my play. 67.15 and a quarter, short one. Stop at 987.5. Honestly, if we actually come down towards that level, I might add and tighten up on the stop loss just to give you guys a little bit more juice. Yes, edge feels like one leading for S for disc for lead case. Yeah, here you go, guys. Let's see. If you can't get into my Discord through the WAP link for some reason, hit me up. Hit me up on an email, and I'll help you out. Fans for Godlocks. Yeah, bro. You don't have to ask about the giveaway so many times. There's info in Discord. Hop in Discord, my brother. If you hop on here every day and you're just here for the giveaway, you can be here, you can hang out, you can win an account, but I'm not a super duper fan of just constant talk about the giveaway. Speaking of Discord, Purple Ninja. I select them manually. I'll be doing a whole big review for Friday before we run the giveaway. If you've been following that main message and contributing every day in the way that we talked about, you're going to get rolled. But a lot of people started out with it because they've been in there for damn near ever, right? Maybe you've been in there for a long time and I'm just not aware. But you're here all the time, which is awesome. Oh yeah. Don't worry, man. Don't worry. Market looks strong, bro. Go up. Friday high, yes. Stop loss. Pre-height, bro. I don't know. We're gonna see. I'm short again. Let's find out if it pays me today. I still like this through the through prior day volume point of control, through this liquidity to the downside. Does it have to fill? I don't know. No, the market doesn't have to do anything. But we're gonna see. Super flat on CVD as we're climbing to the upside. That supports my trade. Gonna give myself again a couple trades in these accounts. Right, I'm getting more aggressive. I'm trading the 150Ks individually. I got two that are doing real well. But you guys can hop on the live from yesterday afternoon if you want to hear about running the accounts that I traded for 4 dang months down, and my game plan to attempt to get considered for a live account, which I'm hoping happens pretty quickly, but we're gonna see. Yeah, flat on CVD, man. I want to see us come through this. I think if we do, it's going to look really clean. If not, this is just going to be a nice bullish climb, and we're going to push to the upside today. I got to take my trades as they set up. This one is not a from the extreme trade. I wouldn't consider it a reversion trade. I wouldn't consider it a continuation trade. This is going to be heavy on CVD, Bookmap, where we have quite a bit of liquidity to the downside. Does it fill out today? We're going to find out. We're fixing to find out. Or we're going to decide if I need to take the short button really once and for all off of my trading platform. Nope, finding buyers on this bad boy. Starting to push back up to the upside. Man, I've been I've been getting cooked on these live sessions, man. It's part of trading, right? Win streaks, losing streaks, but the difficult part, and you run into this if you trade multiple accounts, if you trade different different instruments. Sometimes it's heavy on one, and it's just been really difficult to work with ES off of the open, man. I have not had a lot of trade ideas play out. And unfortunately, I've had a lot of trade ideas play out on YM, on ES later into the day. Not worth anything, right? Not demonstrating my ability to trade with you guys here live. It's definitely frustrating, but it's just the fact of the matter. But yeah, man, I don't know. I'm gonna continue to review, continue to watch what I'm doing, continue to watch how my trades are playing out. Make small adjustments as I go. But I'll tell you, dude, ES off the open has just been a pain in the ass to deal with. For me personally. So maybe you're cleaning up, right? For every winner, there's a loser. For every loser, there's a winner. But it's been incredibly difficult to deal with. We'll see if that continues today. We will definitely see if that continues today. Looks like it's going to. Pushing up. Still pretty flat on cumulative volume delta. We got some orders up above to the 730s. Maybe it's a tap of overnight high. Maybe it's a sweep of this high and we come back down. I would have liked to see this turn already. I don't feel like we have a ton of buyers that want to drive this higher just based on what I'm seeing by way of volume and the orders on the book, but I don't know, man. Could just be in for that slow drift higher after testing VWAP 27 times. I'm short fighting it, so we'll see. We will see. Maybe it's time to become an IC tape trader. No. No. Definitely not that. Finally, there we go. What's up? Nathan, what were we talking about? Wolf 1. Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, Scott's on to doing something. We got some OGs. It's awesome that you guys know where everybody's at and keep track. That stuff's funny. It's awesome. Tight community. What's up, Nate? 2.4K payout last week from the 2XFAs, opening the third next week. Going 1 month, all 3 copy trading. Nice, dude. Very nice. Very nice. Zach, I'm a bit surprised. You actually have the data that supports your shorts have a lower win rate. Yeah, I do. I have a significantly worse hit rate on shorts, right? So let's talk about that. here's something that I kind of grain of salt, right? In a market, if you trade with both directions pretty consistently, in a market that absolutely rips to the upside, right? And you're, trading your approach in and out, what direction do you think you're just naturally going to generate a higher win rate on? Long, right? Now, it's easy to look in hindsight and say, man, if I only took longs here, I would have done so good. And if I didn't take any shorts here, I probably would have done much better. Now, there's plenty of short opportunities within here for the Bears, but in a really, really, really aggressively strong market, something like this, right? What we've seen here really through the last month, shorts are going to struggle, right? And win rate on for mine are going to be lower. So does that mean I go through a couple weeks of data, maybe a month of data, and I have a stronger hit rate on longs that I only trade from the long side? No. I talked about trying to get a little bit more conservative on shorts, being a little bit more cautious. Haven't really done that, to be honest. I find when I make too much of a bias adjustment, it's just not great. I try to be a little bit more cautious on it, but overall, it's just been a really strong market, man. So I try to be cautious with how much I'm gonna hit the short button, but I'm gonna take my my trades as they come. So, yeah. Have a good one. I'm out for the day. Mark will be here tomorrow. Nice. Joining Team Bear. For me, sleep the highs, either NQ or ES. Look for shorts. Nice. Nice. As for me, long MS MGC. I feel like I was sold a plastic shovel. Let's see. Removes the immediate financial pressure. Yeah, we talked about Nate getting a job, especially in this initial stage and you're trying to find stuff. Yeah, dude. We talked about that a little bit. On Monday. Somebody was asking about full-time trading. If you could put yourself in a situation where you have outside income, you don't need to make money from trading, I think you are in a much, much, much better situation to make money trading. It's a paradox, right? It's difficult to deal with. But if you can trade from a really risk-free mindset, you don't have to make money. You're not so damn hungry to force trades. You don't go on tilt. You kind of just let your system play out. You focus on getting better. There you go. Yeah, Nate, it's allowed me to take 3 payouts in 2 months. There you go. Yeah, I'd say this. I'd go as far as to say this. If you took most traders, right, even if they're pretty far along, and you put their back against the wall and you say, you need to make money this month, or you're not going to be able to pay your rent, you're not going to be able to pay your mortgage, not going to be able to support your family, I'd say majority are going to struggle. You put yourself in a situation where you have outside income, you have plenty of time, you have an off ramp, you're able to learn, you're able to let the stats play out over enough time, the large enough sample size, you put yourself in a much better position. Much, much better position. Climbing higher, man. Climbing higher. Trading 67.22, 67.23s. Wanted this short right in here after some aggressive selling pressure. A little bit of a pop back up. This was looking good as we were starting to come back down here. Heavy liquidity to the downside by way of Bookmap. Big stack of orders here. Just giving some reasons for this trade that looks like it may be an L. Big stack of orders here. Stayed on the book. Was on the book even through news. Didn't get filled. Was looking for this to get taken out. We dropped off on cumulative volume delta really aggressively, and as we've been pushing back up, it's been really flat. I think I'm probably going to get stopped on this. I think we're going to see a big pop to take everybody out one more time. If I had to a gun to my head right now, and I said, what do I think is going to happen here? I think there's a chance we get one big push up, one big pop up, and then we absolutely rip everybody's face off. We fake everybody out twice. We come all the way back down. That's how I'm reading this market. Outside of that, just a slow grind to the upside. We just don't find any sellers here. Buyers are going to be in store, and then we just go and push all-time highs. That's option number 2. And it looks like it's going to be option number 2, but we'll see. We'll see. I don't love having a stop up there, but I got to structure risk. My initial trade thesis is not playing out. We're continuing to grind higher, albeit on a dead cumulative volume delta, which to me indicates that we could see sellers back in, but this is not playing nice with me again today. But that's what real trading looks like for me. Wins, losses, everything in between. Unfortunately, it's been some L's, man. It's been some L's on these live sessions. Frustrating because off live, it's been cleanup crew. It's been hella green, but like I always say, it's not really worth anything, right? You never really know what's going on behind the scenes with somebody trading. Everything under the sun can be edited. Everything can be manipulated. Right here is the only thing that's worth anything, and unfortunately, it's been L's. But I've been through plenty of it. This is mild from the worst losing streaks that I've been through, but definitely difficult. And really, it's specific to ES, man. Specific to ES near the open. So if it continues for a little while longer, probably going to see some more adjustment out of me, right? I like to think in large sample sizes, not in a week of data, a few trades worth of data, right? Some back-to-back L's, but there'll be some adjustments where I do start leaning on data heavily and try to adjust to a shifting market. And maybe that's instrument, maybe that's time frame, maybe that's direction, maybe it's stop loss take profit placement. Usually it's a combination of everything. But here we go, all the way back up through the high. Buys off of VWAP, playing out again. Let's see. We got some liquidity getting filled right here at the 30s. Do we go and take overnight high? Let's see. Let me 3 payouts 2 months. That's my first year. Plus the trading was born in the darkness, molded by it. There you go. Yeah, looking for follow up. If we take this overnight high, we crack the highs. I take the stop. I really don't have a second setup. I don't have an entry in long at all. Not going to look for a pullback for a huge continuation. I'd still actually like it short even past my invalidation point, but there's no widening of stop losses in my playbook. So we'll see if I got to take the next L, and I don't know, maybe call it early. I'll have to wait to see what happens as we come up there, but I don't know where I'd grab a follow-up trade on this. I'm going to have room to trade from a risk perspective in this account, like I talked about, getting more aggressive. Going to allow myself more than... Also, there's no ESS scores, right? More than what I was doing in the straight to funded sim pros. But this one is aggressive push off of VWAP. See both sides like yesterday. Yeah. Well, did we come down and sweep lows? Yeah. Broke out to the downside, broke out to the upside. Let's see if we get continuation today, right? Trading late makes me feel like Rapunzel, only bald. Giveaway, maybe. Random days, random times on the live streams, guys. Random days, random times. We run them nonstop. We ran 3 of them yesterday, but it's for those that are hopping on the live stream. So you don't have to ask me. You just have to be here. Asking doesn't help. Let's see. Let's see what we get today. Chatty chat. Fixing to find out. Watching this on Bookmap, man. It's decision making time, right? Do we just grind higher? Excuse me. Do we just go grind higher? Right? We didn't take overnight high there. Do we just continue this bullish move to the upside? We set a really nice bullish day. We go towards prior day high. We go towards prior week high, right? We come all the way back up to the 6750s. That's the movement from off of VWAP. We took out all the liquidity that we needed to. We swept lows. Now we're going to push. Do we make this a really frustrating day and a win for me? We find some sellers, but trade thesis for this one, definitely not playing out. I wanted it short in here as we came back down really aggressively, pushing towards a heavy stack of liquidity that we have on the book down here, but just not getting that at all. Buyers are in. Bulls are in. Can't tame this market at all. Can't tame this market. And it does look like, to Rhombus, who was asking, I don't know, take the short button off my my platform. That's what it's starting to look like. Can't miss on longs. Can't hit on shorts. And I continue to find myself selling the market. So we'll see. We'll see if I can adjust. Super stoked for my moved. I feel a reversal incoming. Yeah, we'll see. Headed. Nate got engaged. Awesome, dude. Well, congrats, man. Congrats. Well done. That's awesome. That's awesome. What a shit show on this one. Just a straight push off of VWAP. I'm sure the ASFX boys are cleaning up today. I'm sure we got some wins out of that crew. I usually can tell, right? Because I have an idea of how people trade, and if they execute kind of consistently, I usually can tell who's gonna be taking wins. I'm betting Tanner, the strong trader, did pretty well. Also, he's usually looking long on NQ. Holding VWAP like this is probably a nice catch from that crew as well. Not for me, though. Not for me. At least not yet. All the way back up. We had a rejection here. That failed. Continuing higher. This just looks strong. CVD not supporting it at all. Initial push to the upside. The highs on cumulative volume delta were at like 4,200, 4,300. We're only back up to green 1,500. Leaned into that heavily, looking short to the downside for some liquidity. Just didn't get it. I don't see another one setting up for me once this potentially takes me out. I'm probably going to be in the wait and see mode. So I really would still like to be in short for a gnarly rejection up here. But I got to place my stop somewhere, right? You can't just run you can, but you can't really just run a no stop gang. Let the thing move against you. Your trade idea be completely wrong and stay in. Buys off of VWAP, man. Buys off of VWAP. That's what would have paid today. Let's see. How's CVD doing on NQ? Red. Red and flat, actually. Completely flat on this pushback up for YM as well. And small red. CVD doesn't seem to have as much of a lead on YM as ES though. Best advice. Do you want to be right or do you want to be married? Happy wife, happy life. That's right. 10 took a short on NQ for a W. Oh, nice. Damn. Not what I would have expected out of them, but nice. Not sure it's gonna hit stop loss by sweep. Yeah, it doesn't look great. This looked okay for a split second in here. Maybe we find sellers up here. Overnight low with my stop loss just out. Overnight high with my stop loss just outside of this. Not great, right? I think we're we're this high already. Even if we're gonna drop, I think even a push up higher here, could be in store before a turn, but. I don't know, man. I don't know. We're gonna see. I'm holding my short bias. I don't think I still don't think we run prior day high, prior week high. We're gonna see, obviously, right? We'll watch how this day closes out. But I think this is gonna be a super frustrating one where we come back down. I just took it too early and have to take a stop on it. I think I'm gonna be part of the crew that's getting cleaned out. Stops hit up here. And then we drop. Price action, market structure, not supporting that. But I don't know, man. I've watched Bookmap for a long period of time now. I'm getting more comfortable with it. I don't trust this one. I'd love to not have a stop where it is and just hold a short, but I don't move stop loss farther away as it's about to get hit. I think that's a death sentence in general. But we're fixing to find out, as they say in the South. But as always, guys, appreciate you hopping on. Appreciate you being here, hanging out. If you're not in the Discord, feel free to hop in the Discord. We got giveaways rolling in Discord. We got a big one coming up this Friday. We got giveaways on the live stream. All free 99, as always. There you go, YouTube. There you go, Kick. What's up, X as well? What's up? What's up, Mike Z? What's going on? Yeah, it was probably old stuff in this. Let me get rid of that. Looking at the Kick chat. My bad, guys. I don't like to leave you hanging in here and Kick. Waiting for the 6740s for a short. Oh, looking for an aggressive short up there. I think I'm doing better posting Discord. Well, it's very difficult for me since I post a lot. I focus a lot on the charts. If I blink, my trade could be in red numbers. Yeah. No, listen, to be part of the giveaway in Discord, first off, just hop in and read it. But the requirement is just to share. It's no purchase. It's no anything. You don't have to do anything for me. It's sharing. Sharing your journey. Sharing your chart. Sharing your trade ideas. Sharing wins, losses, not just green P&Ls, right? We know what Wall Street Bets is like. I think it does benefit me because it benefits the community, right? Even though it's a free community. It benefits everybody else, but I think it also really benefits the trader. If you're forced to take a hard look at what you're doing and why, if you're forced to hold yourself accountable to sharing every day, you're going to be posting something. You want to do the right thing. You want to follow your process. You don't want to do the stupid, go on tilt for no reason. And obviously, I don't think everybody's being 100% transparent. Not many are, but I think it's helpful, right? I think it's really helpful. Like for me personally, live trading adds definitely a layer of distraction and pressure and confusion sometimes talking to you guys and the chat, the whole deal. And I've watched a lot of people say they hate doing it and it sucks. Overall, I think it's helpful, right? When I set out and I stick my neck out like I did and I say, I'm going to trade one set of accounts all the way to pass or failure, I try my best not to act like a complete idiot and YOLO them, right? And that's how I ended up all the way through yesterday with the same 7-pack trading for 4 months, right? And if I know that at the end of that, I'm going to have to do the postmortem, the deep dive, and do what I did yesterday on the live at the end of the day, and go through the whole P&L calendar, go through everything and talk about it. It's a way to hold myself accountable, right? I want to display good trading. I don't want to, display just complete lack of emotions, lack of self-control, lack of any process, right? And I think forcing traders to do that, right? Hold themselves accountable, be able to review, share, articulate what the heck they're going to do is helpful. I think it's really helpful. I think that's like half the kick that some people need, right? Half the kick. There's no way I could trade and stream and trade. I'd be quiet as a church mouse. Morning, Big Frank. What's up? Yeah, no, like a lot of people talk about not liking it, not liking the pressure, the confusing, stuff, reading the chat, people saying opposite things, whatever it is. It's different for everybody. Overnight high here, guys. Looks like the stop is coming for me. Still no CVD. Here comes the pop. Looks like it's going to be an L on this one, man. Not there yet. Ain't by the skin of my teeth, but let's see if it's a tap of overnight high and we just rip lower. Not not extremely likely at all, but we're going to let it play out. No continuation of the downside, right? Framed out this trade, talked about it as we played out. No grab of the 705s and push lower. Just to drive higher off of VWAP. All the way up through, going to be looking like we're through the 735s. It's looking super strong. Again, gun to my head. I don't know that we turn this into a huge bullish day. I don't think that we close out super strong, but we'll see. I took my trade. This thesis, this timing was off. We'll see if my bias, my direction at all helps me out later into the afternoon. But watching this on CVD remain almost flat up here as we just slowly creep higher on low volume. Just not sold. But that's the stop for me, guys. Like I said, even as we were down here, I don't have a follow-up on this one. I don't have a long in here at all. I don't have a short from up here, right? Otherwise, I wouldn't have a stop there. If you're looking for a super aggressive short, it's probably not a bad spot for it. But very bullish. Off of buyers off of VWAP was the move. I followed it again and took an L. But part of the game, man. Part of the game. So I'm gonna wrap this one up. I'm gonna wrap this one up early, guys. Would you consider re-entering shorts? No. I don't think entering where you get stopped out is a good plan. For the most part. If you find yourself doing that consistently, you should ask why your stop loss is there in the first place. But I'm going to wrap this one up early, guys. I don't have another trade coming. I don't want to just hang out and yap with you guys. It's another L, man. Been tough here off the open. I'll share some stuff later in Discord. I'll let you know where I'm at across accounts. It's been growth in on YM and in the live account, but a lot of tough days here on ES. But that's cool. I'm gonna show up every single day, 9:30 a.m. Eastern. I'll be back here probably for Power Hour today. I don't want to stick my neck out, but I'll probably be back for Power Hour in another one of these accounts. We'll see how we do for the rest of the day. See if we got something to trade. Anyway, guys, quick disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor. I don't provide financial advice. Nothing I say or do is a suggestion or recommendation to do anything at all. Trading's risky. Most traders lose money. Do your own research. Make your own decisions. Read CFTC Rule 4.41 on simulated trading, which is what this is, even in funded prop firm accounts. And the affiliate and partners disclaimer that says I stand to make money from links and codes in my content like Top 1 Futures, code RDF, Bookmap, and others. Appreciate you guys being here. Probably back for Power Hour. Power Hour is 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern. End of the NYSE session. Probably be back for Power Hour. Talk to you guys soon. Thanks for hopping on. It's a short one, 10:30. Quick L. We'll see what we can do tomorrow or later for Power Hour. Talk to you guys soon. Thanks for hopping on. See you in Discord.